thinks
hold
Lamar
on a minute.
Jackson
Hold on.
is MVP.
Hold on a second. Did I say that I think he should be MVP, or did I say that he's going to be because he's going to be nominated? Because look, here's what I got for a second, Brent. Okay, this is what I think throughout the year. Right, I'm going to click on another button in a second and show you here in a second. What? And in 1 second, not yet. I'm looking at this right now. Brock Purdy had a strong running for this. Came out blazing, right? In the background, you have the veterans. You got the people that have been there and done that, not in their second season, right? On extended gameplay, on opportunities to be a leader. They're in the background going, yeah, don't worry about that. We're going to finish this season strong. And I like what Josh Allen has done now. And even before this, Brent, you got some stats about Josh Allen I want you to give me. But Josh Allen has proven to really be in the running of MVP. I got to tell you, after watching the Bills games and throughout the seasons, I think they had a couple roadblocks, and Lamar Jackson did not have as many roadblocks. And the 49ers had roadblocks. And again, Lamar Jackson and his defense, they did not have as many roadblocks. So he rose to the top. But I like Josh Allen. We're not talking about Josh Allen playoff football. We're just talking about the season. He had great stats. Go ahead, Howard, pull it up for me real quick. So this realistically is the quote-unquote potential MVP. Didn't even play the last game. Why did he not play the last game of the season? Because he didn't have to. That's even more reason as to why he's in the running for the MVP, for throwing almost 3,700 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and didn't even play against the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he would have at least had more yards and more touchdowns, Brent, what you just said. And so that is why I think, and before I go back to that clip, Brent, I want you to talk about Josh Allen real quick. Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill were right there. And Tyreek Hill got hurt, sat out a little bit, and kind of a little sluggish, come back in, still played great. And I think that hurt those votes. Not his fault in any way, shape, or form. But that is why he kind of fell up a little bit, was crushing it this season, and he has been for years. And you know I like the speed and the ability and all that. But Christian McCaffrey, Brent, another great player, non-quarterback, not quarterbacks. These two players deserve to be up there very, 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 very high. Because they're not quarterbacks, they don't get listed as high.
When we were talking about, Brock Purdy and Tua Tagovailoa and Lamar Jackson as MVP and Dak Prescott, remember
Pull that back up again for me, Howard.
6 weeks ago, we were talking about that. Yep. And I was the one saying that, hey, there's no standout QB this year. This is the year to look at some of those other guys. And I was very high on Christian McCaffrey. But I think the NFL MVP is Josh Allen, and I don't even think it's close. And I think it's ridiculous that he's not going to win it again. And some guy that already won it once and didn't really, I don't know. I just think Josh Allen he threw for 4,300 yards. He had 44 touchdowns. I think the next closest was 36. 44 touchdowns. He dominated. He led his team from the 11th seed in the AFC in week 13 to the number 2 seed in the playoffs in 6 weeks.
I can't deny that at all. I want to come on here every day and debate
Jackson
with you.
Just put the thing in neutral and was like, my defense is, killing these teams, and I just got to hand the ball off and run around a little bit and throw to wide open receivers and take a week off at the end. That's not an MVP. An MVP is a guy who takes the entire team, by the way, with like the backups, the guy who died of a heart attack less than a year ago on the field with him, right? And Damar Hamlin. So that's the MVP of the league, and he won't win it. At best, he'll get recognized and be second, which may or may not happen. If you look at the odds, I have the odds for you right now, the Vegas odds. The Vegas odds have Lamar Jackson then Dak Prescott, then Brock Purdy, then Josh Allen, then Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill.
These are the MVPs, Brent. These three guys in the running right here. It's hands down. Listen, Lamar Jackson's getting the MVP. I can almost guarantee you that. And then you go right here, like I just showed you. These guys are the runner-ups. Dak Prescott had a great season. I'm not saying that. There has to be some kind of, okay, let me just say this. I like what you just said. Here, I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like real quick. What I like about the MVP process is, wait, hold on a second. I'm going to tell you something. This is what I like about the MVP process, okay? You watch the season, you watch the games, you watch the stats, but then you also look at the player, what he means to his team, because someone could throw for 5,000 yards and not be the MVP. Like you're saying, Josh Allen does all this, 44 touchdowns, clearly surpassed. I mean, C.J. Stroud has 23 touchdowns. He's rookie of the year going to be. Josh Allen has 44 touchdowns, doubled him. Then you got Lamar Jackson threw for 24. Would have threw for more against the Steelers, I would imagine a couple. So just say give him 2, say 26. Josh Allen still throws for almost double him. So I agree with what you're saying. Then it comes down to what have you done? And there's a personality. There's a lot of stuff in it. Who you are as a guy. They have to put a lot into this, and I'm not sure of every single dynamic measure. But I will agree with you 1,000% that Josh Allen, right now, Brock Purdy was in there too. He led in every category, basically, getting up there. Dak Prescott was in there too. So those 4 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, and Josh Allen, right, as quarterbacks, bang, below that, Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill. But here's the thing I don't like. They do this voting process, and they vote at the end of the regular season, right?
Yeah, the votes are in.
Yeah, and it's not about the playoffs. And I understand why. You could be phenomenal, lights out, and your team isn't that good. You could be a Barry Sanders, be the best running back. You're so dynamic. You don't have all the touchdowns. But you're such a great player. You played so well. But the MVP typically will go to a team that's thriving because a quarterback can't be thriving so well if they're not winning games, right? So what I don't like is that they give it before the season, the complete season's over, just the regular season. And then now the stars of this have to rise to the top. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, they're the 4 guys that are in the playoffs right now, and they have to rise to the top and make things happen. And Josh Allen right now is like, whoa, this guy's doing it. Patrick Mahomes, whoa, right? So we're going to see what Lamar Jackson does against the Texans. That's going to be very big to see how he does. If he beats them convincingly and runs through there all crazy, people are going to go, this is our MVP. If he doesn't, people are going to have a lot of questions. They're going to go, dude, Josh Allen should have had it. Or, I agree with you. That's where that will head. Hey, guys, thanks for watching and tuning into the Brandon Mason Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.